I don't know what's doing what. This is wild. Oh man, welcome to Old Blood Noise Endeavors Friday stream, everybody.
Welcome
We're here.
to Friday.
Welcome to Friday, Andy.
Hey, that Rebecca Black lady she's doing things again, right?
Nah, I don't want to talk about that.
Cool. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
All right.
I feel that was kind of a shutdown. I started to feel bad for her. Yeah, she's probably doing stuff, but I don't know anything.
I mean,
She
there was
played
a
here.
video. She was back in the news. Is what I'm saying. Brady, you seen the news lately? The headlines about we could do like a late
I
night
haven't.
thing. You seen this? Anyway, she did a video again. She was out there. It's Friday. That's all we're saying.
I know there's a part of that world that it just makes me really uncomfortable, so I just ignore it.
Now, what is that world?
Her song.
Oh, okay.
The world of
surrounding
Rebecca
her
Black's
song about
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, or just like
Her story.
her story. How did that happen? Because I know that that's a thing that happens a lot, right? She wanted to be a musical artist, and then
Someone
somehow
tries to be sincere, and then the rest of the world just tears them down for it.
Yeah, but then also like she was definitely propped up by people who were looking to get something out of that, because that doesn't just happen, of her own accord and will. So
Right. And anyway,
that's the
we're here
that's-
online on Friday
yeah.
doing something definitely not that,
it's true. All right, today at the Old Blood live streams we got Andy, our sweet Andy,
The sweetest boy.
in Albuquerque, phoning in. We've got Dan
Hello. Hello.
Damn.
in garage. And we've got visiting with us today our special guest, Sarah Reid. Hey,
Yes.
Sarah.
Hey.
Everybody, Sarah is an accomplished musician, if not the best in the shop, and pedal builder, and frequent collaborator on video stuff that we try and do, and then also you do a lot of looping, a little more sophisticated looping than we do sometimes, because you know how to use a boomerang.
I left it at home today. I thought about bringing it, but I was like, I'm not going to make myself do
I get it.
Yeah.
I've been intimidated too much. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and talk about looping probably for 35 minutes, and then we're gonna let Sarah
Not a minute more, all right?
and not a minute more, and then we're gonna let Sarah just kind of loop us into
Infinity.
infinity. Yeah. And like a place of mental
Yes?
fuzziness
Oh, okay.
going in. I wanted to avoid saying pleasure, mental pleasure.
I mean,
But-
are we anti-mental pleasure on this stream?
No, it just sounds weird.
Okay.
So,
I feel like it's important to be clear on our stance on mental pleasure.
I imagine it's good.
I imagine if you can achieve such a thing.
I could see that potentially there would be a benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be better than the mental turmoil that I constantly live in. Anyways,
Anyway,
so
happy Friday, folks.
happy Friday. So, why don't you guys, this SG is sick. I agree. I like it. It's light. I chose it because it's the lightest guitar back there.
Nice.
So I also really wanted to start playing that Dunnable. What does he call it? Dunnable. It's an RD, but maybe he calls it an RD.
I hesitate on that one every week because I'm like, I want to play it, but it's so heavy.
It's so heavy.
I should have done
It's
it
such
last week when I was sitting. That would have been.
It's a great backbreaker. But yeah, the SG is super light, and it's that Chicago music one, and it's coral pink, and that's why we have it, because it's great. So yeah, we're just all really floating this week. It's a lot of floating.
A lot of floating.
feel like
So, yeah.
with discussion of looping, it's kind of natural. Like we're all just this is like kind of what happens when you collaboratively loop. Is like there's not some sort of like tight rhythmic setting. It's just everyone spacing in G.
Yep.
It's very calming, but it's also tough to remember that people are watching us for entertainment value or information. Or
Yeah.
I don't know why people watch, but I've heard
Yeah.
there are some here.
If
Well,
you're watching, why don't you just let us know why the heck you're doing that?
Hi,
Why don't you let us
please
know in
help.
chat?
I don't understand.
Well, I think it's more and more limited numbers are watching. So,
Yeah, I feel like somebody was asking, I guess, just in general about sort
rocket
of
launch.
philosophy of
I don't know what that means.
live looping, in particular because there's a lot of different known loopers around. Andy Othling, obviously big time ambient looper. Brady, we've seen so
Hey,
many
play
videos
smarter,
of
not harder. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all.
coffee and riffs through old blood videos, through all kinds of things where you're making loops. I feel like the first shows that Sarah and I played together, we were probably both looping. There was a time
Yeah.
where I was making a full
Probably.
band
Loop
play to
fest.
my loops, but also doing some ambient loop stuff. So
Wait, so Sarah, you're proficient with the boomerang? You like the boomerang a lot?
I've used the boomerang. I am familiar with it. I wouldn't call myself a
Okay.
professional boomerang person, but I know how to get around. Yeah.
That one's fun.
Should we do
It
a
is
quick
fun.
quick round of everyone's like favorite or go-to looper?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Let's do that. Dan, you're up.
All right. I mean, RC20XL is just what I used forever. Now I use a Ditto because it's very small and like when I loop, it's really very basic. It's like I don't do a lot of like the reverse or half-time, double-time stuff. It's more just like capturing like rhythmic layers on top of each other. So the Ditto is kind of everything I need. So that's just a fixture on my board at this point. How about you?
Yeah. I think that a lot of times it's whatever is handy. I've tried to get into more complicated loopers like that EHX 95,000.
Yeah, they
I've
got
got
big
one of
numbers
those.
on those loopers, huh?
I
They're
know. And it's a cool idea, but it's not a loop. It's not a simple looper. So I'm kind of out on it. And yeah, so it's a lot of the TC Electronics Ditto crap, and then for short stuff, the head rush is cool. So that's what I chose today, just because I knew it would be a shorter thing. Because it's kind of it's fun to like. I guess I'll go into this, but it's fun to like drone stuff in and out. So when you're recording, you can add different layers of stuff. Drop them out, and then they'll kind of like fade in and out because it's such a short loop that it's like gonna be back. There it is. Yeah, see. So that's one of my fun things I like to do,
So are you just leaving it in overdub mode essentially? You just hit the button and let it go.
and then
That's
just
fun.
bring in stuff randomly.
That's
very similar
tried
to
to
how I use
create.
the Capistan, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's how Seth uses the Capistan a lot. That's what he was
Yeah.
saying. And I think that the first time I kind of noticed that was Young Widows on their last record. They kind of had some parts that did that, where he built this whole sort of rhythm, piece by piece, sort of droning something in. Droning, whatever, increasing the volume of something in.
Swelling.
And swelling. Swelling is what that's called. Swell.
Swell.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll just repeat that over and over again. What about you, Sarah?
Ooh. I don't know. My first loop station was the Boss RC20, and that's a great one because it has the microphone in also. So if you wanted to like loop a like rhythm part and then
Slowly.
also sing a like harmony part into it, that was great. But I think strangely enough, maybe my favorite loop station is it's not even a loop station, it's the Line 6, the DL4.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
classic.
Because it has
I've never heard of that one.
It's a delay, right? Is what
It's
it's
a
supposed to
what?
be.
He's being a smart ass.
Okay. Well, and everyone I've had eventually like craps out. Like they don't last for as long as I want them to. But the double tapping it and it sends it, it slows it down, sends it down an octave.
It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a classic one. Classic choice.
Yeah, I used to use that to like, I would do something short on the DL4 and then like
Yeah.
repeat that repeatedly through like a chord progression or something, like create a longer loop post DL4.
It's the Dave Knudsen special.
Yes.
Yeah. That's only if you have 4 or 6 of them, though, right?
Yeah. And like 4 waiting in the wings to be replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy? What do you loop to?
Well, speaking of the DL4, that was one of my first ones too, and that was one of the first ones where I started messing with just like out of sync looping. And what's funny, like we were talking about the boomerang, is that the boomerang can't do one of the simplest forms of looping that I like to do, which is just a seamless overdub, like continuously. Somehow the DL4 does it great, and there are many other high-end pedals that miss the mark on that one.
Yeah.
Like the boomerang, there's always a little bit of a drop that you have to deal with when it comes
The
back around,
volume
no matter what.
drop. Yeah.
But on the DL4, you can just play to your heart's content. You'll never hear that little seam. So I don't know, that pedal did a lot for me. The boomerang is very cool for the amount of features it has. Like it's basically like a 4-track. You could almost be like DAW level looping. But I mean the Capistan is probably my favorite just because of the way it can change over time. And the blooper certainly builds on that and is one of my favorites right now, but I think the Capistan will be one of my all-time loopers there.
Yeah.
No one really uses it for looper. Well, not a lot of people use it for looper, but it's really great.
Yeah, we also missed a real opportunity just to have the blooper somewhere around here. I don't know where it is, honestly.
I still haven't really messed with it, so it's even if I saw it on the shelf, I'd be too afraid to just pull it out for this
Yeah.
stream.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
good
I think
point,
that something
Dan.
like the El Cap is like, because you can't really like time that with taps, or I haven't messed around a ton
No.
with the sound on sound, so it's like it's a very non-traditional
You kind of
loop
can, but
experience.
it's kind of hard to do. It's weird to work the looper.
Yeah, it's not
kinda not
straightforward
intuitive.
in that way. Yeah, that's probably why you see so few people using it in that way.
And its feature set is super limited, but it's all features that I really like. Like you can go half time, double time if you plan yourself out right, and you can let the loop decay in certain cool ways over a very long period of time.
Yeah,
That's very
yeah,
fun.
and do little like time manipulations of it to get the get it to degrade in very particular ways. So.
Yes. You got
You
your very
guys-
clean loopers like the boomerang, and then you got Capistan, which is just like, let's let things fall apart.
Yeah, there's some. Loopers are cool. There's cool looper stuff happening.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh,
Do
that's
people
nice.
have any
That's
questions?
nice.
Oh yeah,
Is that you?
I feel like I picked a chain that is
Vibrato?
oddly like violin-like, maybe just by weird happenstance.
That's pretty
But like the
great.
fuzzy like Hawaiian pizza, and then some analog echo from the tonal recall, and then just the earthquake or aqueduct right at the end.
Sarah, what do you think? Shit on his violin sound.
It's good, but it's not as good as
There we
the
go. That's what I
This
thought.
doesn't sound like a violin.
The theme of this stream,
Wait, was that Sarah playing just now? Sorry.
it's the theme is loopers. We're just talking looping. We use looping in everything. So like, I don't know. We started our whole business model or media model or whatever model, taking a looper and stacking a bunch of sounds. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It is kind of crazy that we haven't updated our looper selection in that time frame. We got more of the same, and then they just keep breaking. So, oops.
I think your looper informs your workflow so much too that like getting a new looper is sort of committing
Yeah.
to the idea of like I will probably loop differently upon using this. So it's-
that was the EHX thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like it took me in a direction where I'm like, that's not how we work, really.
Yeah.
And I didn't use it enough times to really commit. So it's my fault. but you know, it is what it is. What other questions do you have for us?
Yeah, we were kind of, someone suggested we talk about looping, but it's such a wide open subject that it's kind of tough to do. You know, I can't do like a Dan Explains approach to it where it's like, what is a looper?
No.
Well, it's a repetition of sound.
You're just recording yourself over and over again, making ideas stick.
But the ways that guides you are kind of infinite.
Yeah, because this is like a spacey, chilled out, space dust,
Space dust.
moon cabbage, like
Moon cabbage.
kind of exploration of sounds. But I feel like I just classically used loopers to construct parts where you can layer 3 different guitar things on top of each other and just listen to it over and over again. It's never for a performance aspect. It's just so that you know what an idea sounds like.
Yeah.
So you can explain it to your bandmate.
That sounds like a very mechanical usage of a looper, Brady. A utilitarian.
Yeah, like a big dumb caveman.
I feel like that, like
Oh.
maybe 10 years ago, that was like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you got a looper pedal. Oh, so you play chords and you can solo on top of them. It's like that was the, like
Yeah.
the whole idea.
Exactly.
Play 2 guitar parts and tell the other guy you got to play this one. And I'll
Yeah,
play
you
this
show
one.
him what to play. Oh no, he's not getting it. Okay, I'll loop it for you. Listen, it'll be like this. Yeah, sorry, there's a 2-second gap in between. Just wait.
Did you kind of witness, I feel like there was a small period where the DL4s were just coming out and people were attempting to do looping, like non-quantized looping live and trying to I remember specifically watching multiple bands where the guitar player would do a loop on a DL4 and then the drummer would try to play to it and the rest of the band would try to play to it, and I've never seen that work. But shouts out to everyone who really tried.
That was my band for a good bit.
Yeah,
Was it
I
really?
think I was in a band that did that.
Shout out to Zach, our drummer, for pulling it off, because that's how that works. Is like I have to do like the best possible job I can. It's never going to be dead on, and then he has to play with me so many times.
And it's
that
going to
he's
be
like-
probably very not dead on. Like, at least for me, if you're trying to be a machine.
Yeah, we
and then
we
the
got
drummer
it, like,
has to
fairly
has to
tight
figure out how
at
to play
least,
to like
but
4.5 beats every measure.
But yeah, there was a lot of the like, I'll just loop this. I feel like we mostly did it on songs that I had played like solo so many times, and there was a baked-in loop part that I was like very accustomed to it, and so then practicing it together, again, he was a saint, like that.
He was a really good drummer too.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was talented enough to pull it off. I feel like my progression of looping was like, I found the loop station and used it to add like extra layers to solo performances, because I was just doing like singer-songwriter stuff, and it gets boring after a while. So just incorporating new textures into that, but then that turns into a situation where you eventually start writing songs that have like those textures are key parts of it, or they're even like rhythmic parts that are key to it. And then those solo songs eventually turned into full band songs. Cue the drummer trying to play along with me, and then eventually the loops were no longer involved in my songwriting process.
Right.
It became a meditative at-home practice, or occasionally like an ambient solo thing, but never linked to the.
That's what I was
the
going to say. You
songwriting
got to
process.
really. Well, I feel like I've gone again. I'm a joke about the smarter, not harder thing, but like once you remove yourself from the grid or from any type of rhythm at all, you can really do a lot.
Yeah.
Play it, figure out how to play such that it doesn't matter what's going on rhythmically. Kind of cool.
And that's a cool thing about the boomerang that I haven't really tried yet, is it has the MIDI in and out, right? Where you can hook it up to like a MIDI
Yes.
drum machine.
So you can actually get everything like
and
tightly
actually
to a
like
grid.
be in time with something.
I did one tour where I had the boomerang hooked up to Ableton. So Ableton was controlling my pedals, clock syncing the boomerang, and controlling other stuff. But yeah, I actually It's pretty. It's even with a quantize. It's very scary to do that live. But I've
Really?
done that with the boomerang. The boomerang works well for that, by the way. The quantization thing.
Have you guys noticed that I've just been trying to make like spooky laughing noises
I hear
underneath?
it. I hear it.
It's really pretty spot on. It's like
Hey.
devil laugh noises. Check it.
Hey, everyone in chat, tell Brady how good his noises are.
Yeah.
Good noise.
Say one good thing about Brady's noises in chat,
Yeah.
please. Everybody.
Pick me up. Pick me up. Pick me up, everybody.
Is there a phaser going on? I feel like I hear phaser. Is that a dweller?
It's the no, it's the
Is that the polymoon doing it?
Oh, it could be the
yeah, it's the
polymoon.
polymoon. Sorry, Kylan distracted me with something about Mark Tremonti from
He
Creed.
would, dude. Freaking Kylan.
I know, he's here.
What's Mark Tremonti's favorite looper, do you think?
Yeah, what is it, Kylan?
What's a good joke we could make? There's probably like a really good one. Like, hey, he uses the Ditto because he only, I don't know. I just want to roast Mark Tremonti. Anyone listen to Alter Bridge? Any Alter Bridge heads out there? Mark Tremonti's other band?
No. Kylan has.
Kylan, it's probably Kylan's favorite band, to be honest. Kylan, why is Alter Bridge your favorite band? Let me know in chat.
Dude, this is my first time to play the rooms. I like it.
What mode are you in over there?
I just switched from Gong, and now I'm kind of exploring. So. What else happened in the headlines this week?
Happened in the what this week? What'd you say?
I heard Andy learned how to loop from Scott Stapp.
More fake news in the chat, folks.
Yep. Kylan's full of that propaganda.
Jeez. Can we talk about how ridiculous it is when people use more than one looper, though? Like, why would you ever do that?
I've done it. Like if I wanted to go from a rhythmic loop and then fade out with some kind of ambient loop, like use just the Ditto to loop some stuff over that. You turn off the boomerang completely and just have like an ambient thing going.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good way of like, transitioning parts or layering different things, and then also it's kind of fun to have like a character looper and then a standard one. So like, I have a tensor on my board right now, so I like to capture little loops with that, and like create longer loops in a Ditto using what I've captured in the tensor. But those are kind of serving different functions.
I feel like
I mean, I'm
it's
looking
fun
at
to
your
point
board
out-
right now.
oh.
We've got like mood, blooper, L cap.
Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, there's 4 on there right now because I've got the Ditto. Well, I was about to
There
say
it is.
the
Yeah, it's
Ditto's.
hiding in there.
Yeah, the Ditto's funny because it's like the smallest looper I have, but it's also the longest record length by far on the board.
Yeah.
Like the mood is obviously a micro looper. Blooper is 30 seconds max, but you can stretch it and get it to be longer. But the Ditto's 5 minutes, and I have it like almost right up front, which is very fun because I don't know, I've been talking about it as like a audio buffer instead of like here's a part, but just like here's some random sounds and me playing for literally 5 minutes, and then the other loopers are sampling it for the rest of the time in that more character sense, like you said.
Nice. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm like thinking about it almost less musically and just like here's a collection of plucked notes and a few chords here and there. They're not strung together in any real musical sense, but they're going to be processed as such. So anyway, that's what I'm into. That's what Scott Stapp taught me about. That's all from Scott Stapp.
I just realized the Dark Star can kind of act as an easy looper of like, if you want just like an ambient pad under you, just do the hold, and it's like that's a looper in its own way.
Enzo can do that too then. Polymoon could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Brady has a lot of loopers for tiny setup.
I don't know how to
Are all
use
4 of
them.
those loopers in their own way? I think they might.
If you put Enzo in ARP mode, that's very fun. You can like have it hold ARPs.
How do you change the mode?
You gotta the button above the bypass switch. I think it's got to be both things lit up. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta turn that mix up, and if you turn the sustain all the way up, I believe it holds an arpeggio. That's a very quick speed. You might want to slow that sucker down.
Where's the speed?
Just the tap. Anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah, something's happening.
Weird.
Oh man.
Ow.
Ooh.
Sorry, everybody. I don't know how to use these pedals. Isn't that cool?
That's why I did this setup. It's like, I don't want to accidentally run away. I was too scared. That's really what it is.
You mean you don't want to throw together a bunch of pedals you don't know the controls for a live video?
Oh, that's fun.
Is that you?
Yeah. It's like the tonal recall at a certain point seems to be like right on the edge of.
Man, I wonder how this is to watch.
I'm drifting away for sure.
I know.
so
I'm
hopefully
having
others are too.
I'm having a great time. I just hope they weren't.
Basically,
you know.
if people have questions, throw them our way, because otherwise we are lost.
Why
in
is
the,
there
in the best
no
way,
old
but
blood noise looper? How about that question?
It's hard to make.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never made a looper before. Dan, have
Old
you?
blood noise only makes
Never
easy pedals. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think
I mean,
again, like the sort of whatever the video identity of the of the brand had looping
Yeah.
so baked into it that like when we put out a looper, it's got to be really cool and interesting and different. And I'm not smart enough yet. I'm smart enough, but I haven't developed the right skill set yet.
I won't be smart enough.
Probably what'll happen is we'll release a looper, and for unrelated reasons, that'll be like the last year the company is in existence. That'll be like the marker
Oh,
of the
Dan.
end of it all. It'll be good though.
That's a
It'll be like
bad
2050
attitude.
or something.
Coming late 2021, the old blood looper.
It's called the blooper, the old blooper.
It's called the lawsuit.
old bloop endeavors.
Old bloop endeavors, the one that took us down. Time are we at? How much time do we have until Sarah needs to actually
It
take
is
control of this ship?
It is 3:07. We have 53 minutes left. Just
Is it
kidding.
really 3:07?
No. I'm just trying to make you go a little
What's
crazy.
that?
It's 3:28.
Okay,
PM.
cool. We're actually about to. We're actually about there because we're only going to 3:45 today. I think.
Damn.
Get your questions in now.
Get your questions in. We got shit to do.
Did you guys see that I put a new channel in Discord? Were you okay that I did that?
I haven't. What is
the new
it?
channel?
Is it the plants
It's
one?
I put
You
it
can take
under
that
the
one
old blood
out.
noise pedals. It's just a blank. And then I just said it's a secret thing, and I put a picture of a corner of a case in it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I think we have another one you can do that with too.
Oh, you hear that, folks?
We're working on stuff. We actually have 3 loopers coming out this year.
Oh my gosh! You heard it here first again, folks. 3 new old blood loopers.
One has 2 loopers in one. That's That's Seth's joke.
And 2 have 1 looper and 2 actually.
And if you buy a split meld, well then you get to multiply it by 2, I think.
It's funny that nobody has found the hidden looper function in the split meld yet.
That is funny. I can't wait till someone finds that.
If you can
I
find the
have a
foot
Google
switch,
alert
that's the
set up
key.
for the gear page.
I
When they find
I
it.
really I would have thought that they would have gotten it. Where's the OBNE Keeley Bong
Oh,
Boost
yeah.
collab?
Yeah, we were obviously discussing this yesterday on stream.
Yeah, we didn't collab on that. We just heard good things
Let me
about
be
it.
clear.
Let me be clear. FDA.
Oh yeah, Andy, did you have anything to apologize for this week? We skipped your
No,
apology section.
No, I might next week. I'll have a solid apology for something next week, definitely.
You should probably. I mean, some of the comments we're getting about masks are just hateful. About
very
Dan and
hateful.
I wearing masks. Like we want to be coughing in each other's mouths.
Well,
Like
there was a large amount of assumptions made. It was assumed that Dan was alone in that room wearing a mask.
Yeah, that one just felt disrespectful to the crew that makes this happen. It's like, who do you
I
think
think it
is
was
on the other
disrespectful
side
to
of the
you.
camera?
Because they're like, this man looks like he's alone. Like, why would anyone want?
It's like a.
He is
yeah.
obviously lonely.
Look
with a
at-
mask on, which is I'm mad at that actually.
oh, look! It's the grown-up Star Wars kid. He's into guitar pedals now. Must just be him there. Now he's slinging a guitar instead of a lightsaber.
Sitting there
not
alone
it.
in a room, talking about the difference between TRS and TS. Woof.
Of course,
All the
that
people are watching that.
and that ding dong is wearing a mask all by himself.
Hey, can I highlight what's happening on my pedal board right now via loopers?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn my things off.
Oh my! Did you just shoot it with a gun? Is that how you just turned it off? That's what it sounded
Yeah.
like.
Is that you looping or is that Andy? It sounds like
think
a
that's him.
beautiful church.
I just realized I've had my loop level down for 15 minutes or so.
That's how Dan uses
What-
it. Folks. Volume
What if at
0.
some point I reached over and did that without you? It's like that's really good, Dan.
No, but all right. Here's a quick little whatever. I've got this mixer. We don't need to talk about the mixer. We could do a mixer day with Signal Blender. We could talk about 3 different types of mixers I've used. Whatever. But so this is the
Okay.
loop that's in my Ditto right now. That's at the beginning of my board. There's just some harmonics in G.
Oh, I was
been
wondering where that
hearing
was
that,
coming
yeah.
from. I thought
Sorry,
it
that
was
me.
yours.
That was me.
Okay.
It's pretty sparse. That sounds kind of nice. But then parallel in this matrice, I have a superego, and I have the superego freezing the notes, but then going an octave down with them. So I'm gonna turn my dry signal off, turn the superego up, and then we just get this, which I find very pleasing and nice to listen to.
Yeah, we should get a super ego, man.
Dude, it's really one of the best pedals.
That's interesting.
So I've got a attack at noon, so it's like I can make it harder, you know? Bring the attack back, but
This is
we're
a
just
quick
smoothing out those
aside.
harmonics, bring them down an octave.
Is that a phase 90 at the top of your board?
No, it's my hot dog pedal. It's my hot dog fuzz from Chicago,
Oh,
remember?
but it's out
I
of
just
the.
took-
Oh, I see.
There it
just
is.
plops right on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Somebody gave
Here's
that
what
to
it sounds
him.
like.
Yeah.
That's the hot dog fuzz.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. It
Sweet.
is hot dog flavored water, Timber Owls band. Thank you for making that comment.
Okay, so where else are we going on your?
Yes, we got
What are we doing now?
Super ego.
Oh, that was it. I mean, it was just
Okay.
like, that was like looper before things. Well, I guess if we want to go crazy, like I could send now from super ego into blooper and then into mood or something. Let's go into mood. Super ego into mood. We'll capture a tiny bit of it. Okay, we captured a bit in mood. Oh, and it's ramping the tone. I forgot. We're ramping the low pass on gen loss. So now we have a micro loop being filtered on top of a super ego that's listening to a ditto loop. That's what's happening
Is
at this moment.
the clock moving at all?
pretty good.
There's like a sense of timing shifting, but it might just be the
Well,
nature
so
of it.
I actually have the length knob rolled back a little bit, which chops up the loop a bit. Like if I leave the length up, that's what it sounds like.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
a little more
It's
straightforward.
a little clearer, yeah.
But when you roll it back, it kind of, at certain moments, it gives it like a tremolo effect, but like that.
Yeah,
But kind of in between, if I don't know, you can get it into a sweet spot where it feels like you're,
just losing little bits and pieces here and there. And
yeah.
then,
So anyway, and then you can just tap and then tap again and sample a different piece of that superego thing that's happening.
That's real cool.
Yeah. All I'm doing is pressing and one button over another.
I feel like you can hold it too, like just do a momentary and to capture something new and then let go.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's working.
Nice. Couldn't remember if that ended up there.
Guys, we gotta let Sarah do her thing.
Yeah, Sarah.
It's time. Because we're on a strict schedule.
Okay.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Someone tell me when to stop.
All right, Sarah. So, real quick though, do you want to tell us what you're running through and
Yep.
what, and also kind of what your technique is here? What are you aiming to? How are you planning on starting? What's your strategy?
Ooh, the suspense. So I'm going straight in first to the excess, and then to the dark star, and then to the procession, and then to the ditto. And I think I'm going to start out with playing some double stops, making a little chord progression with some kind of rhythm of the, tremolo setting on the procession.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Okay.
All right.
See
All right. Even though, so you're cool with the excess. What's your approach on the excess? No knobs. Let it rip.
Yeah, knobless.
Full distortion. Everything turned up all the way.
Totally.
I know where that came out of.
Yeah, I think I'll just kick it on at some point where once I got something built and need something to shine through.
Gotcha.
Just a shred over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Go for
Sarah
it.
Reid, take it away.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's good.
That'll set you right going into the weekend.
Great.
Sorry. That's rough because I still have to do stuff. So I can't stop and think about. I was getting to the place where I was really thinking about my why. Lots of whys.
Why anything?
Your why is a really good way of phrasing that. Like, processing my why.
My why for everything.
My why?
No, Sarah, that's beautiful. That's I could, which I think is why we always try to rope you into stuff like this, is because we all just sort of stop dead. You're really, really good at that. That's awesome. So, at your craft.
Shucks.
Yeah, so somebody just asked if you could play at their funeral.
Oh man, honestly, if I could do funeral gigs over wedding gigs, I would choose funeral gigs. For
Nice.
Sure.
I happen to know that guy lives in Ireland as well. If you'd like to do a
Oh.
funeral in
Ooh.
Ireland,
Yes. Please.
you might die somewhere else, but probably gonna be Ireland.
Yeah. I will
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh man, A-Rod really loved it, Sarah.
Oh.
Saw somebody ask if the tremolo was coming from the procession, and that was, all just
Definitely.
procession
Yeah.
tremolo.
This procession.
That's really cool.
Always forget how good that is.
It's amazing how much one note gets stretched out with the dark star, creating those octaves below as well. And
Down, because it's almost
Super subsonic. Yeah.
it's like almost having an octave pedal.
yeah.
Yeah. Cello.
I like how it's a little delayed. It feels like another instrument playing with you.
Yeah, just swelling underneath, a little bit behind. Yeah.
Well,
Is that
what
is that
what
it for
time are
this
we
week?
at? 3:47.
It's about 3:17, I think.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in and spending a little bit of time with us. I realize now what was truly missing, and yeah, Andy, that's nice.
I'll bring it back.
I forgot to make a beverage,
Oh, green. You
so
know,
that's
green.
it
green
threw me
thing?
off entirely. But yeah, so I think here's the thing. If you're watching and you're like, man, they should have talked about this, or they should have done this, or if you have opinions,
Get in
you
the
should-
Discord.
get in the Discord and tell us your feelings. That's where you can be honest. You can curse us. You can say whatever you want, and it may affect the outcome of the next live stream. So let us know what you want to see, what you want us to talk about. We're pretty much up for sale, so it's hard times out there.
We're pretty much up for sale.
Here are the tools we've got. So come on in. Oh, Seth, is that rolling credits? That's beautiful.
That's getting good at this stuff. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So yeah, if you don't tell us here on the YouTube, tell us in the
We're
chat.
busy right now.
The Discord. There's a suggestion feed, so this has been really fun. What do you guys think we should do the rest of the day? Oh, the audio's tripping out.
Oh wow. That's the rooms for you. Yeah, bong and boost, man. Ooh.
That's me. Sorry. I know what I did wrong there. So yeah, well, this is Brady, Dan, Andy, and Sarah, Seth, Kyle, and Blake, and everybody at the Old Blood Shop. Signing off.
Thanks for spending some of your Friday with us. Hope it's better. from
Yeah.
here.
Hope it's better. It's probably
Let's all have a
fine.
nice. Let's float through this weekend. Let's have a nice floaty day. Ooh.
That's Dan. That's not me. All right, I'm out of here.
I was gonna try to sing along with it. I'm on the stream. Oh, I was on the stream for a second.
I saw that. You were back. All right. Andy, good job.